Thanks for following. We are with Nico Bianchi, Redman DC1, Yenen on the right.
I think there was a little cloud above them. It was unfortunate that it disappeared, or it's building. I can't. Yeah. Maybe it's building and they're lucky to get in there, to get like the first climb over there. Because staying high right now is a good way to go, I would say.
And we can see the other group in the background with Janesh Staff and Maciej and Witold. They took another way to try to find a lift with the wind blowing from the back. Really, we have some tailwind now, and they might merge with the cumulus that we have in front of us, the small cumulus here. We will see which option was the best already from the start.
Yeah, with this northeastern winds, it's sometimes a little bit strange to find the thermals in the lower area of the ridge. If you are above, it's not the problem because it's like blowing on this side of the ridge, and then you have the sun on the other side, and then it's right on top. It's lifting up, but yeah, like we can see right here, they are still on the. If I can see it correctly, they're still on the eastern side of the ridge.
That's yeah, western. I think it's western side of the ring with the north.
Yeah, exactly.
This way.
Yeah. I have like a wrong direction today, but that's right.
No, that's fine. Notch is just on the left side of the screen, so north of the track, and we are going to the south. So they have stopped. Both groups have stopped in different thermals, so that's already interesting. And the thermals are much less busy than usually, because usually they are 20 and now they are just 7 and 3. So it's much better to climb and much safer to climb for them.
Yeah, that's very, very. You can chill a bit, you know, if you have like big races with 60 pilots and everybody's forcing for this first thermal. It can get very dense.
Yeah, it can. It can get very, very dense, especially those first thermals. And the race has just started 4 minutes ago, but the main question for me is going to be like for Witold Rozeik. He's been able to dominate the week, but can he dominate the 1 hour that will matter the most now for just this particular day? It's going to be there's going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes before joining the finish line, maybe a little bit more, but he needs to be really focused to make it. Do you remember for the second World Final, which place he had? He was second on the first Virtual World Final. Do you remember that?
I will have a look. Let me check.
Okay. I think he was on the podium. I'm almost certain he was on the podium, so I'm going to find it very quickly. I wanted to have a look just before the start. He's been in total, no, he's been quite low actually. He's been on 9th place overall with 17 points. So he definitely needs to get back in the lead. I think he needs to, he will want to win anyway this one. He's been so good throughout the week. Same for Jeroen Jenen. They've been both really good. And Jeroen is already at the top of this group, of the main group, at 2,100 meters almost.
Yeah, both of them already very experienced pilot as well in the FAI Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix. They flew the first one and the second one as well. And yeah, unfortunately, were not able to get the crown. But this evening, that it can be the case. And Jeroen is very, very patiently circling this thermal, which is a very good way to go. He's sitting on top. I circled a lot of thermals with him, and it's very hard to compete against him within the thermal. So he's really knowing what he's doing, and he's a really good real life pilot and a very, very good Condor pilot. So right now that looks okay.
I've seen a comment on Facebook which is quite funny from Sander Terpstra. So he's coming from the Netherlands, and he says, in the Netherlands we have a saying: football consists of 2 teams of 11 men who play football for 90 minutes, and at the end Germany wins. So I wouldn't be surprised if Franz Schweinsteiger, Oscar Neiner gets away with it. Even though I am and I will always be a huge fan of Jeroen Jennen. So that's pretty funny. Just wanted to share that with you.
And gas up the lolly, yeah. Yeah, it's very, very good. We have similar climb rates, but I think this one from the group of Jeroen is just a little bit better than the other one. Vitold at the bottom needs to go right now because the cloud is maybe disappearing, or he sees another option. And he was in the other group first, and he decided to go back to the other thermal, and now is circling and going back to the other circle. So a little bit of, I don't know. I'm not. Vitold is a pilot who's very good if he's controlling the race, but at the starting procedure, and if there's not a clear option at the start, like at some regatta starts, he's sometimes struggling, and that's what we see right now. Joining this thermal right now at the bottom. On top of it, it's I think David Redman on David
I think DC1 is Davis Chapin.
Yes. Yeah. Davis on the top of this thermal.
Redman as well, just behind. Red is just below, slightly below David Redman. Oscar Neiner. And you see that we are going to play in this field. You can see turn point 4 here, the turn point 5 on the right. So we are going to really play in this area. And they have 3 weather zones today. The weak weather zone where we are now, it's the base weather zone. So the wind from the northwest, thermals up to 1,650 meters of range, weak thermals and normal width. For info, there are some waves, but the stability is 10 out of 10, so definitely some waves, 15 kilometers per hour for the wind, but the moisture is only 10%, so you cannot really see the lenticular clouds. And the cirrus clouds are 3/8 on this base weather. Then when we are approaching the mountains, so all the mountains here that we will see today, the mountains in Slovenia, just in between Austria and Slovenia, really in this area, thermals are higher, 1,800 meters above ground level, still weak thermals, but normal width, so it's quite okay, and 1 to 2/8 of cumulus clouds. Wind slightly stronger with 18 kilometers per hour. And then we will talk about the last weather zone. For the end of the flight, we have strong wind, very nice cumulus cloud streets, and but strong wind, strong headwind to go towards Rivoli. So we'll see that later on. Let's focus. We have 28 kilometers in total to go to the turn point 1, and we have flown 10 kilometers already, so 18 kilometers.
Yeah, it's a patient at the beginning, I would say. They all need the height across the high mountains and high steep ridges here at the Triglav. So they have like altitude 2,000 to 2,400 or 2,300 meters, and you need to be above that altitude to get there safely. Otherwise, you can easily enter a trap.
They've been able to climb to quite a good height, more than 2,200 meters. They've left the first thermals, and they are flying towards the highest mountains in the area, and they will cross the border in a few moments from Austria to Slovenia. Let's have a look at the 2D view. So the border is in purple. You can see it, and we are on the first leg. We started the race 11 minutes ago. And the pilots are approaching. They are all together. Vitor Rozak is slightly behind and below 2,135 meters. You can see the altitude on the right hand side. And 2,300 meters for DC1 Davis Chapins. So he's in a very good position so far, the US pilot. That's good. That's good. And then they will turn right after Bovek to go to Mikkeldorf for 33.7 kilometers. So they will stay in those mountains, but the wind's coming from the northwest, don't forget. So it will be quite good to go to Bovek, but they must be high enough to come back on the mountains to go to Mikkeldorf. Let's get back in a few seconds to the Condor. And you have the data, the info of the pilots bottom left of your screen. With David Redman, 2,300 meters and 2,356 meters. They stopped in something that was quite okay, more than 2 meters per second.
Yeah, they will use the thermals right now, I think, like almost everyone to get to the cloud base because it's a tailwind section. So they get pushed towards the turning point, and as you already said, they want to be as high as possible at the turning point to get back to the northwest again.
So the pilots know very well the areas. They've been flying for years in Slovenia, in Condor. And they've been flying quite a lot in this area for this World Finals, so they really know it quite well. We are changing the weather condition every day, so they need to adapt. But they are really flying in an area that they know quite well, and they are pulling to join a good climb. DC1, Yennen and Sean Churchill are on top of this climb. And Vitor Rozak is at the bottom with Norbert Kiss in Charlie November. Do you think that the pressure is on for Vitor? Do you think he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders right now because he sees he's lower?
Well, I believe he can deal with that.
Yeah.
Because you see often a lot of races he has been a bit lower, and suddenly 30 minutes later you see him 10 kilometers in front, and you believe what did I wrong? What was the problem, or what did he ride? So you never can say like, oh, he's 10 minutes or 50 meters lower, so he never gets back. So everybody on this level of Condor experience is able to
recover
catch one another and recover, and especially Witold is one of his Witold power
one of the
will
very
stay
best.
with him. Yes, definitely. And the pack is still very close together. It's like only, I would say, 50 to 80 meters height difference in this little thermal, and everybody's still staying here.
Sean Churchill is very high. They are already at more than 2,600 meters. Jeroen Yennen has left the thermals, followed by Davis Chapins. And everyone is leaving right now around this height, around this altitude.
Yeah, and it's interesting right now. They are taking the little detour towards the next ridge, of course, but there's nobody like having another idea or another plan right now to go more straight or more to the west once again, to the right right now, directly to the turning point or something, and trying to risk for it. But I think the way they go is the quite correct run. And if you have like Jeroen Jen in front of you, you don't stick to your own plans. Otherwise, you would beat him or lose.
So we guess that the ridge is quite good here because it's coming right from their tail. So it's going to be blowing on that very nice ridge. We have the nice cumulus on top, so we expect some popper thermals, and we see already your own pulling to the left into something good. He's decided to left early the previous thermal, and he's taking this one, and the cloud looks very good. David Redman joining too. Nico Bianchi, Sean Churchill, who was on top previously. And we will stay on top. Maciej Cieslak, Frank Schwetzfeger, Vitol Rozak. Where is Janusz Staff, the miracle man? Where is he's right there, slightly lower, Janes. He qualified just by 1 point yesterday, so can he complete the fairy tale today, make it in the top 10 in the last day and become world champion? That would be a crazy story to tell, for sure. I think just no one wants to leave the big gaggle. I'm really looking forward to see if at some point they will split or not, or if it will just depend on the average climbing speed, if they just get the best thermal or not. I'm really looking forward to this, actually.
Yeah, if I have a look at the task again, the first part is like a very, very short distance to the next turn point, like you said, like only 25 kilometers to the next turning point. So they don't have to take such a big detour. But after turn point 2, we will definitely see a split in the field, I would say, because you have, I don't know, it must be 100 kilometers or something, or 80 kilometers from turn point 2 to turn point 3. And then maybe they will find different routes over there. At least there are some different routes you can take. Of course, they are crossing the area which they are right now. They will fly here once again.
Yeah.
And they know where the good lifts are. So they might just take the same ones again. And now, like we said, everybody's at the cloud base, leaving the thermal and rushing over to the next turning point in front of the field. Jeroen leaving the pack first and now flying into the lee side towards the first turning point at Bovec.
Yeah, we're approaching Bovec, and then we'll race to Mikkeldorf for 70 kilometers. And now they are in Slovenia. They crossed the border.
Yes. They flew, at least they flew over Italian already. Yeah, over Italy.
Oh, sorry.
So they left Austria, flew over Italy, now in Slovenia.
Not bad.
so many countries, yeah. Yeah, exactly. This little left part is Italy, on the right bottom part is Slovenia. And yeah, they are using the little ridges on the bottom to get a slight lift out of there. And now facing towards the first turn point. And what to do next? That will be interesting.
Exactly.
So to be honest, I don't want to be Jeroen. Otherwise, I know he's having already a plan, but yeah, they could try to fly straight towards Mikkeldorf. They should be enough altitude to cross the next ridge. But yeah, at least in real life, I wouldn't do it like this. In Condor, you can try. We will see. I think they will just fly straight towards the next cloud, towards Mikkeldorf.
So Jeroen Junen is the first one to cross, to turn the turn point 1, followed by Sean Churchill. Then Davis Chapin in DC1, Maciej Cieslak, Victor Lima Zulu, David Redman, Janusz Staff. They are more or less all at the same height. And sorry, we're going for 33.7 kilometers, so almost 34 kilometers to Mikkeldorf. And then only from turn point 2 to turn point 3, it will be 70.7 kilometers. So we are racing for 34 kilometers to go to Mikkeldorf. It's quite close still, and they will keep flying in the mountains right there.
The next cloud looks very good. Yeah.
Yeah. First turn point and first decisions then. Do you stick to the ridges now? Do you dive as fast as possible into the valley for a short turn line? Do you know the area a little bit, Ben? What would you do? Do you try to follow as much as you can the ridges here?
Well, on that if that's such a short part of the race, so from turn point 1 to turn point 2, very short distance, it's important to not get a big detour. Just use the thermals that are right on track. Right now I would climb to the cloud base right here, and after that we have very high mountains again. Normally you should fly around them. Let's see if they get to the cloud base, if it's enough to cross directly, or they need to take a little bit of a detour. I will quickly look at the briefing once again, and the next mountains, they have like 2,400 meters of altitude to cross them.
Two big mountains, so this one and the next one, and then the mountains are slightly lower, but still some nice hills and ridges to use to go to Mikkeldorf. But we have two big mountains in front of us to cross for the pilots, so they are getting more altitude, more height with this thermal here. Vitol Rozak and Norbertis are still slightly below. Sean Churchill, the British pilot, is in a good position so far, very high.
Yeah, Sean is doing great. He was the highest at the turning point as well, but now gets a little bit pressure off the field. I will climb to the cloud base and then leave it toward the next one. And we see David Redman leaving this thermal right now as the first one. That's actually very perfect for Sean Churchill to see if they make the cross. Yeah. He can just climb a little bit more, staying here, chill a bit, and see
which options.
Yes.
Which options are open, and what are the pilots doing. You can control in terms of tactic or strategy what the pilots will do, and which decision you think is the best, and take your time right here while you're much higher than the others. It's crazy, the difference in height between Sean and the others is quite big right now.
Yeah, he's in a perfect position, and I think from his altitude, it looks like it's not very difficult to cross over to Michelsdorf right now. But if we can see from Witold Rotzak, who's right below him, it could be a bit dangerous, I would say. Normally you would leave out to the right side right now. There's a little bit lower. The hill's a little bit lower, but it's a very blue area at the moment, so that could be a big trap.
Yeah, this mountain can be a big trap indeed. The wind is coming, so it's some headwind coming from the northwest, so directly from the turn point that we have in front of us. So you see that they are on the lee side. They will get some downdrafts before reaching that ridge, but the cumulus cloud is slightly in front of that ridge, so it might be okay, but it's still a risk taken by the pilots. And David Redman is just approaching this area and trying to take a good climb over this mountain, over those ridges.
Yes, this looks okay for the whole field. It could only get a little bit dangerous for Witold, I would say, but all the other pilots should be able to cross right there.
Allez. Well, let's see if the race breaks apart or not already here. Let's see if everyone has enough altitude to reach the top of those mountains, and if everyone is able already to go more or less directly towards Mikkeldorf, or if they are going to be stuck in the area. It can be already the separator, the break of the race.
Yes, they are close to the ridge line there. thrilling seconds for this pilots here for Frank. And Witold just a little bit lower, but everybody's climbing, so that's very good. They're following the ridge right now, and it's working quite well. Everybody's can gain altitude, and they're following the cloud street above the ridge. Perfect.
Yeah, so the wind is not is only 18 kilometers per hour, but you can see that the cumulus clouds are slightly displaced on the lee side, so they're trying to stay in the middle or slightly on the lee side to gain advantage of the cumulus that are on the, let's say, wrong side of the ridge, because that's where the energy is for now. Your own pulling, David Redman as well. I think for Sean, it's much better here. You get much more energy when you are slightly higher, slightly above those ridge. So he's in a very good position, Sean Churchill. But it's high enough for your own. He will accelerate, and they must be careful with the penalties. Cloud flying.
Cloud flying.
And Sean is right here. Oh, it was super close, very close between Sean and your own. Very close call. Close call between the pilots. Wow.
Just a little wingtip.
Oh my God.
I'm here. Whoa, that was interesting right now. You can see the different in tactics right there. Seen as he's like pushed against the cloud base. Like that's what you don't want, at least. You just want it like JJJ. You want to be at the very cloud base at the final part of the thermals and then leave the thermals once again. That was just perfect from Jeroen. And Scene, of course, can take a little bit of more energy right now, but Jeroen can sit back and see what's going on in the front, just following the clouds once again. So, but because Scene Churchill, he wasn't able to get the ridge lift like he wanted to be, you know. He couldn't use all of it.
Yeah, and Vitor Rosak has stopped at the very end of this ridge where we've seen this very close call. And he's just hugging the rocks right now, taking a good one and leaving with full altitude and full speed, just converting the altitude into speed now. He knows that he is slightly behind. A question for you, Ben. Which part do you think will be the most decisive tonight?
Yeah, the most decisive part will be the next leg. So we are right now coming to Michelsdorf. And from Micheldorf, we will fly back across the Wold Triglav, very far to the southeast. So I think there will some pilots take different routes, because that's like a part of the race where you follow your briefing, I would say. You have like an idea of where to go or which line to follow, and not everybody has like the same tactic in that kind of way.
Okay.
So I think the next part will be decisive, and after turn point 3 we will see the pack forming once again, I would say. Or we will have 2 or 3 groups. That's my prediction at the moment.
Yeah, I think we might have 2 or 3 groups approaching Cerkno, and we will see if the decision is going to be made already before turn point 3 or not. But indeed, it's a long leg with a nice downwind to go to Cerkno. So it's going to be interesting. A lot of high mountains and good thermals, so they will need to pick the best ones, and that's where maybe we might see indeed a split into 2 or 3 groups where people will try to make the real difference before the finish. It's going to be very interesting. We are following the cloud streets right here, and they will just go towards the turn point Micheldorf. 52 kilometers flown out of 220 kilometers for today.
That's working quite well. Interesting is if in this small group, there's not that much splitting as I expected it to be. Because if you are like 20 pilots or 30 pilots, there's a split very, very early in the race. But right now they are almost all stick together with some height difference or following the same route. But right now, there we will see the first Small
split.
Small split.
Yeah, I was about to say the same. And there as well, because of the pilots, how do you say that, the experience of the pilot, but as well the competencies of the pilot, the resume of the pilot. You know, Jeroen is a world champion in real life. He's a very good virtual pilot as well. He's won 2 races already, and he went to the right. And maybe you are more attracted to go with Jeroen than with another pilot. For example, well, Sean is leading, but the ones behind might be like, okay, I'm going with Jeroen. He's a top favorite for the day, and I must stay with him probably. So I think it can attract you to go towards one of the leaders of the event.
Yeah, and they have a few more clouds above, and we will see instantly what the decision will take or not take, or who's coming first to the second turn point at Micheldorf.
Yeah, and they're flying 200 kilometers per hour so far with some headwind, and the race is going to accelerate afterwards, going to turn Prix to Charcno. You have the average spin on the left side, 110 kph for Sean Churchill, and it's roughly the same for everyone apart from Vitol Rozak, 104 kilometers per hour average. Is slightly behind Vitol. He has stopped to be able to climb high enough to get over those mountains. And Sean Churchill from the United Kingdom is the first pilot to cross turn point 2, to turn the turn point 2. Jeroen Jenen from Belgium is the second one, turning on the opposite direction. David Redman is third, the OC pilot. Well done to this top 3. Already we have Maciej Cieslak in Victor Lima Zulu joining here. Janesh Staff and Davis Chapins. DC1 November. Nico Bianchi in 330. Frank Schwetzweger in Oscar Niner. Norbert Kiss. And we will see Vitol Rozak slightly behind. David Redman, 2,100 meters. Davis Chapins on top is in a very good position now. And now we are going towards Charcno. It's a massive 70-kilometer leg to the southeast with northwest wind, so it's a pure tailwind run, and speed will be insane surely to go there. This is the longest leg of the race, and it might not be easy if you're already behind now. We are in the high mountains, and Charcno is the low point really of this task. They are diving deep into the foothills to go to Charcno, almost joining some flatlands. They must watch out for the trap. It might be the trap of the day right here. Vitol Rozak, you see, is still at the lowest altitude, 2,000 meters barely right here. So it's difficult, and he has just turned the turn point 2 now. And we are going so to the southeast. You've seen the map, a lot of mountains, a lot of options, a lot of cumulus, a lot of thermals for the pilots. They will have a huge range of options open to them, and they will need to pick the best thermals to win the world title at the end of this race. Vitol Rozak is here, and it's difficult when you're here, when you're behind, because if you stop and you take the same thermal as the others, you will not be able to catch them up again. You need at some point to do something different and better than the others in front of you, unless the pilots in front are getting stuck somewhere. But those are really top pilots, so it's not easy. As Ben said, we have to wait 30 minutes or 1 hour to see where he will be. it's sometimes difficult for him at the start of the race, but he's able quite often to recover and to be there for the finish. And I think Ben is right. It's been often like this during the week. Jeroen Jennen has taken an option going straight on the track, while Chen Churchill is taking the cumulus clouds.
Yes, that's very great. That's what I like to see about the racing of Jeroen. It's like, whoop, and he has an idea, sees an option, and just goes for it. There's no one around. That's really important if you are into this regatta racing and condor racing. It's like, stick to your plan, go with your own mind. Just don't follow others. You will be slower. Otherwise, they do. If they are not making any mistake, of course. But yeah, at this level of pilots, no one should make a mistake. No, I'm kidding. You always can do mistakes, but it's yeah, that's the first split here, which we can see. Like David Chapins and Redman and Scene, they are choosing the same line towards Bovec once again, which they came from. Now with the tailwind section, it was a good and quick line, I would say. With tailwind, it can be a little bit quicker, but it's not the direct race, so they are taking a bit of a detour. Let's see if it's
worth it or not.
Yes, right.
Yeah, and I like what I see. Jan Staff and Frank Schwetziger have joined. They went straight ahead, just below Jeroen Jennen, and they are ahead of the group right now. They are leading the race because of this decision taken by Jeroen, going straight instead of doing a detour. And now Jeroen is leaving the other group, and Vitol Rozak is seizing an opportunity. He's seen that, he's taking the opportunity. He said, okay, it looks like a good option. Maybe I can merge again with the group of DC1 at some point and be at the same altitude again. Or while the thermals in different weather zones, they are with normal width today, and for the last weather zone, so for the last two legs in Italy, when we'll be over the flatlands near Udine city in Italy to go to Rivoli, it will be wide thermals and moderate thermals, moderate fronts. Scherkno. So here is our Belgian pilot Jeroen, followed by Jan Staff from Germany. So which pilots don't you know today, Ben? Which one don't you know?
Yeah, I haven't flown, I think, with Nico Bianchi and Maciej Cieslak so far. All the other pilots I have raced against in my career. Yeah, and yeah, but it's interesting to see new pilots coming up. You know, like Jannes is, I would say, new as well. But that's very, very nice to see all the pilots qualifying today and all the other pilots that have tried to qualify for this day. That were very, I like the whole spirit around it. So you know, like condor flying is very time consuming, to be honest. You sit right here and fly like 3 hours for the task, and maybe prepare half an hour in front of the race for the race. So, and everybody of them like having a real life behind. So you don't underestimate this pressure. I would say you come home and threw all the things into the corner and set everything up. I remember the races 2021 in the first virtual Sailplane Grand Prix, where I got home just 5 minutes before the race and just eat a little toast and then okay, we go.
Yeah, you really need to prepare yourself, to prepare the task as well. It's not easy, and you need to really take the time to do your best and to be able to beat the others. It's a lot of commitment for the pilots. a lot of commitment for us as well when we organize. Like we're taking the full day. The entire team honestly has worked the full day, and it's been a lot of hours behind the scene to manage all of that with some testing. With I talked about Mark till yesterday doing all the races on his own, racing at the same time to check that they will meet these cumulus, this condition, whatever, to see if it's good enough or not good enough for the race. Is had to do 5, 6 different flight plans for each task because sometimes there was something not working or not good enough for the race. So it's very challenging for everyone. I'm just stopping here our conversation. We'll go back to you, Ben, because I have some questions to ask you before we reach the turn point 3. Where are we? Can we have a look at the 2D view? Because we have two groups here. David Renman, Masiech, Cieslak, DC1 are to the south, so joining the highest mountains here at 2,754 meters. And a group with, so the group with Jeroen, Witold, and Frank Schwetzberger, they are going straight in a much more direct route, while DC1, 330, so Nico Bianchi, Norbert Kist are almost going towards Bovec. They are just coming back to Bovec. So it's a big decision taken by the pilots to maybe they were attracted by the highest mountains and the good flight conditions there. We will see, but interesting options, Ben, already.
Yeah, it's like they've flown the way to Bowage already, you know, and it's a safe option. So it's very near to say just go there. Again, it's almost on the glide, and with this northeastern wind, you can easily turn to the left and have lift once again at some ridges. So it shouldn't be a big problem. I think what Jeroen and the other pilots on the north are aiming for is like this. Well, I don't know the name, but if you just fly straight ahead from Jeroen right now, you come across to
Great Tavek, the east of Bovec, or east mountains of Bovec. Yeah, that you see.
yes,
Or?
there's like a mountain which going towards the Klærknogt.
Okay.
Almost, and that's a very safe option with the southern sun. It's sea breeze, so you almost have a lot of thermals building there. You can see it right now. It's perpendicular to the line almost on the middle of the map. But the others will join there as well, so they will meet up south of this little lake, which you can see on the right on the map right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see who's in front right there. We have a little split once again, like Yannis is going further more to the north into the higher mountains. Maybe he's seeing good thermal there, or he got stuck. We will see later, but they are...
I see. I think he's taking the route to Mangart. Then he will follow the highest ridges to come back to the south later on. So he will want to stay on higher ridges. It's a detour, but it might be worth it at the end of this leg. We will see. It's a big risk taken by Jane's staff right now.
But that's very good. That's like taking a different option is the only way to get across the others.
Yeah, and no regrets at the end of the day. Then I mean, if you can regret not to have stayed with someone else or the big group, but at least you are doing your flight, and if you win, you're gonna be super proud. And even if you don't win the day, you should have no regrets. You've done what you believe was the best thing to do. We can still see a few lenticulars. There are only 10% of moisture, but the wave is very well established now. So it might be difficult for the pilot to find the proper lift or the good lift every time. We will see. Jeroen Jenner is climbing with Victor Limazulu, Oscar Niner, and Rozak, and the other group to the south is slightly higher. and flying towards the turn point 2. A lot of people being very happy and pushing their friends. A lot of fans of Norbert, Jannes.
Yeah, Norbert sitting a little bit behind right here of the southern group. But it's like I know him from a lot of races as well, and suddenly he's coming to the front, and as well you don't know why. So that's like a typical pilot like this as well. And David Redman doing what David Redman has to do. That looks very good. They are facing for this very typical ridge over there, having a perfect altitude for it. They could be a little bit lower as well, but that's absolutely perfect. And they will merge like in, I think, about 10 kilometers, and they will get the groups together, and then we will see the height difference. But they are taking very good decision right now. Very good clouds above this next ridge, and then where they might move over to the left just a little bit. Let's see when they will do it, and I would like to see what's going on with Jeroen and Witold over to the north, because this looks like a safe plan. That's very, very good to go. They just need to follow this ridge as a group. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's a very good option taken by Davis Chapins, David Redman, Sean Churchill on a very good ridge so far. And can we have the view on the other side, please, to see why is the other group? Thank you. So we have Jeroen Jenen lower. Oh, he's low. Frank Schwetzfeger as well. They are low, but they are on a more direct route, let's say. But it does not seem to be faster than this one. It looks like a pretty good option for this particular group that we have in front of us with Davis Chapins.
Oh yeah, that will be interesting. Let's see when they move over to the north, and when they merge together, we will get a resume once again. But yeah, they got a little bit trapped as well. Like Oscar 9, Frank is a little bit low over there.
Yeah, and Sean Churchill has left this group and is going on the ridges with Jeroen. So he's crossing towards this nice,
very nice cloud street.
Very nice cloud street. So they will be able to get some more altitude, but they need to find a good thermal because they are slightly lower. They might be able to find already very good energy lines to be slightly above the ridge, but we will see.
Yes. They are pushing right now. They see this option, like it's the safe option right now. As I said, this ridge is like always a lift safe space.
So it's a safe space for the glider pilots.
Yes, almost. If you're not too low, yeah, like you need this 2,000 meters to be above the ridges there. But yeah, that's why they were pushing that hard to get over to this climb right now. And Frank and Jeroen are climbing very good. The others passing over right now. Seen is already coming to the north, but these maybe 2 or 3 kilometers in front and still higher. So very good.
Sean Churchill on his own. Sierra 19 is on attack mode.
Yes.
Right now. He's trying to escape the group and do the flight on his own. 113 kilometers to fly on his own for Sean Churchill. More than 110 kilometers to fly alone if he manages to do that. He's attacking right now towards turn point 3, towards Cerkno in Slovenia.
Yeah, he crossed over to this part of the race a little bit earlier than the other group, and the others have to glide through the blue hole right now, and they will come here a little bit lower. Meanwhile, Scene is already gaining much more altitude, but it's big pressure coming out into the flatlands if you are the first pilot on the regatta race, because everybody behind you can see what you do, what you don't do, and maybe get a better cloud but he's doing perfect. So he's taking another climb, see the other guys. That's something important as well. If you are in front, you don't see the other guys.
Yeah.
You don't know where they are. Like, we can see the map from above, but the pilots, they are just like in their cockpit trying to focus on their own flight. I don't know what's the setting for the okay, they can see 20 kilometers step.
Yeah. They can see 20 kilometers.
Yes, but yeah, as they only can have the cockpit view, you can't see outside or anything. You just see the cockpit and you're concentrated, and you not always recognize what the field is doing. So
Frank Schwesweger and Yannis Staff, go. So Yannis is on his own. We see the turn point Sharkno in the background on the left, and a nice cloud street to go towards Sharkno. So far, they follow the ridges to go there. Maciej Cieslak is on his own. 200 kilometers per hour.
Good decision by him. I wanted to say that's like a very, very well done. Just fly through the thermal and aim for speed and gain altitude meanwhile. So, but you don't need to be at the cloud base right now. You just need to be just in between the ridges and the clouds. Just stick in the middle and fly over there towards the end, and then boop, at the end on top of the cloud, zack, leave towards the turning point.
And Jeroen Jennen has stopped. Frank Schwesweger and Vitol Rozak are coming in behind and below, and we have as well Janes Staff, who has joined this group. So the 10 pilots are coming back together. They are all back together now, spread over a few kilometers, but back at almost the same altitude, at almost the same distance flown for each of them.
Yes, you can see the lake which I was talking about on the left side now. That's where they meet once again. Yes, exactly. Right behind Frank, the lake. And it's leaving this, you can see Leskblet at the north of the, at the right border on the very far behind in the next valley. There's Leskblet, and then they're flying south of it towards the east. Frank is taking the high line once again. I know I fly a lot of team flying with him, so he loves to be high.
Yeah, it's often a good way to win, to be higher than the others.
Exactly. And we have Jeroen just a little bit behind right now, but I know he's a very good pilot, and with his decision making, we can go there. And I saw a question about the dolphin flying on the final leg on the stream. I think
they ask if it's dolphin flying for the final leg. Well, you need to stay with us, and you will see. But basically, wide thermals with moderate strength, so it's going to be nice, and the pilots will want to increase their speed. There will be a lot of headwind, and so they will need to manage what to do. But indeed, it's going to be more or less dolphin flights. That's what we can expect from them. We will see if they stop or not, but it's going to be costly probably to stop there with the headwind. But thermals are going to be good. So it's a balance to find, and they need to take the best option at the end of the race. Churchill is leaving this nice cloud street and those nice ridges at 2,450 meters going towards Sharkno. It was the longest leg of the day.
Yeah, we already passed half of the race in kilometer-wise. So we have around 100 kilometers to go towards the finish line. That will be the interesting part. The clouds will get lower right now. That's can be a little bit difficult because it's a change in weather is sometimes you are not, you know the briefing and remember it, but you stick to your plans, and you have like, oh, it's a 3-meter thermal, and now I get a 3-meter thermal as well, but it's not the same in the flatlands,
Yeah.
So you need to make a mind switch right now, go to the next turn point, and then focus on the final part of the race. It's a whole different part of racing right now. And we have seen in front Jerome doing a straighter line than the others, trying to shortcut towards the next turn point. Slightly lower than the others.
Thanks for the 2D view, and we are back with the 3D for this last final one-shot race of the third FAI World Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final, flying over Slovenia now, and we are going to Charkno, the turn point 3. And Davis Chapins is following Sean Churchill. They are very close to each other now.
Very good from Sean Churchill, right on the base of the clouds, coming towards the turn point. It's again a tailwind turn point, so you want to be as high as possible at the turn point, of course. And that's what he's doing right now. Maybe he's taking 1 or 2. No, he's flying too fast. Okay. No, he won't. So he will be the first one over there, and then they are flying towards turn point number 4. What's the name?
It's Udpre in the just next to Udine city in Italy, so in the flatlands, and they will have 48.3 kilometers to fly between turn point 3 and turn point 4, and they will approach quite fast the finish line.
Yes, exactly. The terrain is getting lower as well. That's something that's changing in your mind again. You feel like you are high and you can glide wherever you want, but sometimes or if you get low and then your brain is like, oh, I'm low, I don't know how to be low. Zack, Sean Churchill.
And look at the Union Jack flying high. Sean Churchill is the first to turn Charkno right now. Well done, Sean. He's commanding the race, and he used the tailwind perfectly to join Charkno, sorry. And right behind him is Davis Chapins from the USA, followed by Maciej Cieslak and David Redman. Nico Bianchi in 330 as well. So Sean has been attacking and is trying to get away from the group. Davis Chapins from the USA, from Arizona. Well done. Maciej Cieslak, Victor Lima Zulu third to turn the turn point 3 Charkno. David Redman following him. Nico Bianchi in 330 and Jeroen Jennen, JJJ right here is behind. So that's the top 6. And behind them, Franz Schwetzweger, Norbert Kiss, Witold Roszak, and Janek Staff. It's panic stations for the favorites. Witold is low, Janek is struggling. They might be letting the world title slipping away. Frank is usually a machine. right now the machine is broken, so he needs to come back, make a huge comeback, just like Witold. They need to change the gear soon. No changing gear shift. Because otherwise we're going to be watching Sean Churchill lift the trophy, become the world champion at the end of this race. They need to wake up now, otherwise it's going to be too late. It's a huge lead taken by the British pilots.
Yeah, maybe we can jump at this part at the 2D view again and see where Sean has done the magic. If we look at the in between, the middle part between the turn point Yes, and Scene Churchill is the gray line. And after Bovet, she did like a different route. You can see it right there. It's yeah, the green run. Yes, exactly. So all the other pilots, they were just a little bit more to the south, and Scene decided to cross over to the north just a little bit earlier, and that gave him the yes, exactly there. That gave him the opportunity to get in front and stay higher than the others.
Yeah, so he did a mix of both options in the end.
Yes.
He stayed with the first group, and then he split it away to go with Jeroen, but he was much higher than Jeroen at this point. So indeed, it was a good option for him.
Very well done. And now the pressure's on. I can I can remember this type of feeling you have in the cockpit right now. Being the first on the final part of the race is your hands are sweating and your heart is pumping, and you don't do anything else than other times, but it's like, oh my god, it's the final race. Everything's coming together. Yeah. And it's 1,600 meters of altitude. The area over there has like 1,000 meters of elevation, or between like 300 and 1,000 meters. So they've now start to feel a little bit low, I would say. And they are searching for the next clouds. And the clouds will be disappointing because they are not that good like in the mountains. So that will be interesting who's having the patience right now or seeing the best option. And Jeroen is directly facing for another option than Scene. Exactly what you need to do in regatta racing. Because if you are lower in the next thermal, you can't be better.
Yeah, let's see what they will do in a few minutes, and we'll have a look under those clouds. Jeroen is going straight ahead, and we'll watch a short trailer for a minute, and stay with us to follow the end of the race, and we'll discuss after the trailer. Stay there with us. And we are back in the final race of the third FAI World Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final. That was a short trailer for you to show you where we are going to race next. We are going to Beijing in China. We just released a new landscape there to help the Chinese community start flying on Condor. There is a deal being made with the China Soaring project to be able to bring gliding and virtual gliding into China. So that's a big step for us as a sport. And to help them do that, we have built with some friends a good landscape for them to use in Beijing. So we'll go fly next to the Great Wall of China and over Beijing in about 15 to 20 days. We will announce the date in the coming week for the next race, and we will gather together again to fly in China and discover China together. Let's get back to the race, Ben. Where are we now?
Yeah, we are almost leaving Slovenia once again, crossing over to Italy right now. The pack at the north is still close together. We can see Davis Chapins here. And they are now facing towards the next turn point at Udine, leaving Slovenia in a few moments. And all of them taking a little bit of a detour towards the south. There are more clouds at this part of the area, except Vitor Rotzak, who's facing for a straight line. Maybe he sees a new cloud or something. But that's what I earlier talked about. You thought like, Vitor, he's done. Yeah, he's away. And then, bam, suddenly he's second at the turn point or something. But I think the middle group right now with around Scene is doing very good. They are in a safe altitude. Everybody else gets a little bit lower this area. As I said, the plateau bits here are around 800 meters. So they feel very low and searching for the next good thermal. But the thermals, they will get even worse from time to time.
There's one guy uploading flight from China to Wiglai. Will be fun to test the area in Condor, and maybe one day we could have competitions there. That's part of the plan, indeed. It's a long way to go to be able to do that. And the Chinese pilots, they often go to Australia to do long flights because they are not restricted at all in terms of airspace in Australia, a huge country there. So that's why they are doing that. So there are a few guys flying, and they are part, all of them, of the China Soaring project to bring gliding in China. Go, Jeroen. I love you. Of course, everyone loves Jeroen from Frank, from the Netherlands, Frank.
Yeah, and I saw a post earlier this where he said like it's interesting to see real life pilots competing against virtual pilots, and that's something very interesting to see as well, because Condor, of course, wants to be a good replica of the real life world, and I think with real life gliding you get like a good base to start in Condor, or otherwise with Condor you get like a little bit of a good base for real life gliding, but it's something you can talk about. But it's very interesting to see, or to have the chance to compete against each other around the world. So with David Redman, who's sitting there in Arizona or somewhere in the USA, and the others sitting here in the dark of Europe. So that's so.
Think about David Redman. It's very early in the morning in Australia right now.
Oh yes.
So,
for example, that's so cool that this is possible, and that we see the 10 pilots coming here today and racing against each other. That's really, really great.
Yeah, it's really awesome to follow. I'm looking at the results from the second World Final that we've had 2 to 3 years ago, and Sean Churchill was the first one among all of those pilots. He's been on 5th place at the time. David Redman was just behind him. Then we had Witold Rozak, Norbert Kies, and that's it for those pilots. So not that surprising to see him at the front, but still he's very consistent. But he makes some podium stories from time to time, Sean, but not often daily wins. So we could say it might not be the best format for him to win, but still today he's leading this race, and Masiec is slightly in front, but much lower compared to him. Masiec is taking his chance and really attacking now. Frank Schwetzfeger, Jeroen Jennen are behind, and Janusz Staff as well.
Yeah, they are coming now to the next weather zone, the flatland weather zone. You can see in front of them way more clouds and way dense and very low. So they have like 1,200 meters above main sea level right now, and the clouds are not that much higher. So that's why they all are rushing out of the mountain area into the flatlands. Now just facing for the perfect line towards the next turn point at Udine.
Yeah, so Udine, Prix is the turning point in front of us, and then we'll go to the right toward Gemona Dalle for 31.2 kilometers, and then there will only be 7.6 kilometers to go to Rivoli di Osopo, the finish line with the minimum altitude of around 200 meters above mid-sea level. And they are entering the area with some strong wind, more than 30 kilometers from the northwest. But the ceiling is slightly lower. You can see 1,300, 1,400 meters maximum for the ceiling. It's about 1,000 meters above ground level right here. But some good thermal and some good cloud streets, you will see. Masiec is attacking in front, lower, but with some good clouds. It will be interesting to see which options the pilot will take after this turn point.
Yes, which line to take, which cloud line, and they must or could fly just a little bit to the south because they have like a little ridges to the north, which can be a little bit of a trap with headwind on the next section. But it's almost a straight line towards the final part of the race, and all of the pack is coming together.
Yeah, I think everyone is attacking. Even Jeroen is the lowest one because he wants to be at the same position as the other pilots in terms of distance, but not in terms of altitude. And he will try probably to take the best energy lines and to master his way towards the finish line. It's going to be a huge challenge for Jeroen right now.
Oh, it's getting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you see this in your cockpit, it's like, oh, the most demotivating thing, See the others like 200 or 300 meters higher. You can only do your best with rushing ahead and do like a undercut.
Yeah, I always feels bad in real life to fly towards lower cloud bases. I do agree.
Normally in real life, it don't get better there. Like it's today in Condor. Yeah, that's right. Seen with a very good altitude. They climbed over there where Jeroen and Oscar 9 are now circling. They want to take a little bit more altitude in this crosswind section. So they circle right here and then use the energy line as high as possible on the final leg.
So Jeroen stopping with Frank Schwetzweger because they know that it's moderate strength of thermals now, so the weather is slightly better than it was before. They might get better climbs. Maciej Cieslak is following his dream. You can see a huge cloud street going straight to Rivoli, but they need to turn the reporting point first, which is 7 kilometers away.
Oh, and that will be very interesting. The other 4 pilots like David and Sean, they are close behind, just slightly sitting on top of him. And now it's the first one to turn. Turn point number 4.
Udine near Udinese. Udinese is the football club of Udine. That's why I know Udinese, because I love sport and I love football. David Redman is the second one to turn Prix in Italy. Well done, David. The Australian pilot, the Aussie pilot, Davis Chapins from the USA is going to turn it in third position. Sean Churchill in fourth place. Very high, Sean Churchill, very high in a very, very good position.
Oh, yeah.
He has attacked 113 kilometers before the finish line. So he placed his attack quite early in the race, and we were wondering if it was a good idea to try to escape or not. And so far, it pays off. Nico Bianchi from Argentina is behind, slightly lower, but not that low. So Sean needs to take a good decision to be able to be the world champion now.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. Seeing 3 pilots in front of him, just following them right now. No attack needed. And at the end, he can use his altitude advantage and go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pilots all around the world together enjoying a nice and friendly competition. Let's have this esports Olympic sooner than later. Is there any better way to commit with the Olympic spirit? Thank you. On TV, I do agree with that. I think we have a wonderful sport, which is very, very similar to the real one, and that we can live stream it and showcase it to the public very well. So let's hope for it. Thanks for being with us for this last race, and don't forget to like and subscribe, obviously, to follow the next races. The next one will be in China in 15 to 20 days from now. Sean Churchill, 1,300 meters, is flying over Davis Chapins, and he will accelerate towards the finish line. Jeroen Jennen is behind with Frank Schwetzfeger. Vitol Rozak is quite high, but quite behind too. Frank Schwetzfeger is just turning the TP4. Jeroen is slightly higher, and they're racing towards the reporting point. They will take surely another route, try something else, surely. When you see this very nice cloud street, you're not attracted to go to the right, but that might be the only option for the other pilots, honestly, to be able to win. You need to take some risk, and the gap is there between the first and the second group. The top 5 is right here. Top 5 with the contenders. Let's say we have Sean Churchill, Davis Chapins, David Redman, Maciej Cieslak, and Nico Bianchi. For us, they are most probably the real contenders. So maybe the pressure was too high for the other pilots, for Frank, for Jeroen, for Witold.
Yeah, like it's in this kind of one-shot race, it's coming all together, and one mistake could lead into the losing the competition, or the day at least. That's what is interesting about like the longer term racing series things, like where you have 6 days or 10 days of racing. It's consistency, like in the last Sailplane Grand Prix, where Arne Martin flew he flew good races at all, but he made points every day, and this was the case why he wins at the end. And today it's something different. It comes down to this final task, and you do one decision, and you can regret it quite close. And it's only like this 2-hour flight, and then it's done or not done. So that is something that's missing a bit in the Sailplane Grand Prix final this year, but it's thrilling for us, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna get worse if we get into the Olympics, because they will request to have a lot of cutoff in the races with quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, and you may end up with only 4 pilots at the end for the last race, for example. So they really want to have a much bigger split. So we didn't want to shock the pilots with doing that already now. We're like, okay, let's try to keep the spirit of Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix for now with the youth championship, and let's try it out. Let's try a format like this with just the final last race, because that's the barely minimum that they requested, to have at least a cutoff before the last one. So
Yeah.
so there we are. We have a cutoff for just a world championship, and it's at every Olympics the sportsmen and sportswomen, they train for 4 years. They go to the Olympics, and look at this American woman,
Yes.
American skiing woman. She's been doing a lot of Olympics before, but for others who might have been the first time, you get injured just during the training days, and then you end up with a severe injury, not being able to complete your contest, or you come to the contest being a all-time favorite. You've been winning all the world championships before, and then you join the Olympics and you lose on the first race or the first tasks that you need to do in your sport. So it's really difficult. The Olympics, you need to have a lot of mental preparation to be ready to lose as well, not only to win. Focus on winning, but be ready to lose and to take over those feelings.
Yes.
That might be difficult to support. I think
That's right, but it's all fine. It's very, very suspense final now. On the final 20 kilometers, we see another little split here of Nico, a little bit of different decision to go straight. That's what I wanted to say. When is the point to leave towards the next turn point? So that's the decision that needs to be taken right now. And Nico knows he's lower. He couldn't get closer to the others. Just fly the straight line and see if it's working out or not.
Yeah, he couldn't get something better. He couldn't get enough altitude to fly as fast as the others, and he knows he's not on the podium, so he needs to try something else to be on the podium. At the end of the day, probably less than 10 minutes to go before we have a new world champion, and then we'll have hopefully some interviews with the podium. We'll be in the studio with them to ask questions.
Yes, exactly. Jeroen trying for the different route now as well, going slightly to the right. But I think everybody else or the first group is already on final glide right now. We can see Victor Lima Zulu in front, closely followed by Sean Churchill and David Redman right here. This will be a race towards the finish line. And Sean is slightly higher, so he might be able to overtake Victor Lima Zulu, but we will see at the very end. We have one more turn, one more left turn, and then we are getting close to the finish line. Yes. Oh, that will be very, very close.
That will be close between Sean and Maciej. Maciej has decided to attack as well early before reaching the flatlands. And we are approaching the end of the race. 220 kilometers in total, 206 kilometers flown. Oh, and Sean has been disconnected, I think. No, sorry. I didn't see the camera moving here. Sorry.
Oh, that's very suspense. That's very suspense. See, Victor Lima Zulu is, cannot see scene like we do right now. Scene can see his opponent right in front of him. And he knows where to push or not to push, where to pull, where to not to pull. And it's a race towards the finish line. Look how close they come together right now. Both need to fly the left turn safely. But Scene has just slightly, a little bit more energy. Let's see the overtake in like a few minutes. What's the altitude they need to have at the final?
198 meters minimum, so roughly 200 meters.
Okay.
For them.
That will be close. Ui. Antoine, we are coming close to the final meters.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
10
I know.
kilometers left.
We are approaching the reporting point between Maciej Cieslak and Sean Churchill, who is going to be the world champion in 7.6 kilometers to Rivoli di Osopo. And the pilots are pushing. Sean is really pushing from below now. David Redman is behind with another pilot. I think it's Norbert 330. Nico Bianchi is there. No, sorry, it's not Norbert. Behind. And let's follow this arrival.
A very suspense final right now. Steen just overtook on the right, and that's the point where Maciej can see him. Now they know each other. They see each other.
Yeah, they survived the end wind at Mikkeldorf. They survived the speed run to Scherkno. And here they are now fighting for the World Championship. Rivoli runway is in sight. The nose is down. Flying at the VNE.
And they flew like 220 kilometers, and it's coming down to 300 meters at the final race here at the Sailplane Grand Prix final. They're using the street.
This is where we will end up.
Oh no!
Sean Churchill has crashed. Sean Churchill has crashed.
Oh my God! No way!
Sean Churchill has crashed on final glide.
He was too close.
He will not be the world champion. Maciej Cieslak from Poland is just behind, and he's above the minimum finish altitude. I don't know what happened for Sean. And Maciej Cieslak from Poland is the new world champion of the virtual Sailplane Grand Prix. Well done, Maciej. Congratulations.
Congrats to Maciej. Very well flown to the end.
Huge attack, and it's very tight between Davis Chapins and David Redman. Redman second from Australia, followed by Davis Chapins from the USA. Oh my goodness.
Oh. And Nico Bianchi coming in from behind. Place number 4. So we have Maciej Cieslak from Poland being the first one. And I think there was like an energy line or something.
I think
he's
at a collision with the power lines. Right here, Nico Bianchi from Argentina. And Maciej Cieslak on your left, world champion.
Congratulations.
Well done. Congratulations. Nico is right here, 200 meters. That's enough.
Perfect.
And it's 4th. Nico Bianchi from Argentina. Well done. Well done, Nico. Jeroen Jennen just behind.
Oh, very good.
5th place. Well done, Jeroen. You recovered your loss.
Very good from Jeroen and Frank, of course.
Yeah, so it was a really good option actually to go to the right much earlier than what the pilots have done. Witold Roszak will join in 7th place. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema.
That really is absolute cinema. What I think we are both shocked with
yes.
what an ending, my God. Thomas Meyer in the YouTube, what an ending. Witold Roszak, the leader after 5 races, Witold. My goodness.
Very well done.
Absolutely crazy.
Oy, oy, oy.
Crazy finish.
And Maciej did a very good final glide. I couldn't believe they were so close together as we were leaving the mountain area, but he did the attack quite right. Unfortunate Steen crashed on the very first or on the very last meters. That's very unfortunate. We are very sad about that one, but with that, Victor Limozulu is our 3rd virtual Sailplane Grand Prix champion. Oh my God.
Yeah, and Janusz Staff is crossing the line in a few seconds. I'm honestly very sorry for Sean because he's done a masterclass of flying. Yeah, absolute amazing race. Don't do the same, Yannis.
Yes, yeah,
Look
that's
at the
the
power
power
line.
line. Yeah,
Yeah, here
that's
is the
very
power
correct.
line.
Mm,
Oh my
oh
God!
no.
Yeah, just like in real life, you need to fly above the power lines, guys.
I'll fly above or fly
Oh,
below, but not in
oh, Sierra and I didn't brought down by fluttering, one or the other. Honestly, it might be fluttering as well.
Okay.
But I think power line, because he was super low. I think he was
Yes.
much lower than Maciej. Congratulations! So we have a new world champion
Congrats. Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, we can't believe this one. It was
Yeah.
safe number. So they were racing 220 kilometers, and it comes to a head-to-head finish between Mathieu Jesslak and Sean Churchill. And Sean unfortunately hit the power lines. So Mathieu won the race. Who's the second one again? Yeah.
The second place is for David Redman from Australia.
Yes. There we had a head-to-head finish once as well with Davis Chapins.
Yeah, Davis Chapins from the US, and Nico Bianchi on fourth place from Argentina. So we had only 3 pilots from outside of Europe, one from Oceania, another one from North America, another one from South America, and both, all of them are placed in the top 4. So that's an amazing performance. Honestly, they raced super well, very good, flying from the pilots, and they are landing now at Rivoli, the Osopo, and we are gonna wait a few minutes to be with Maciej and the other pilots at the interview and ask them a few questions. I think he won't believe what he's seen, Maciej. He won't believe it. Norbert landing right now in a GS3.
Yes, congrats to Norbert as well. He did a good race, recovering at the very back. It's important to not give up in glider racing. That's something to say for all the other pilots as well. You never give up until the finish line, because you can see what happened. It was I believe
Honestly,
everybody hit the power line, so I don't know. Norbert Kiss was a winner at the end, and you can see some things like this in a lot of Condor races where everybody believes, oh, that's a safe space to go, but at the end, the pilot at the 10th position is the winner at the end.
Yeah, that's always the thing with gliding. You never know what will happen next. And honestly, we were not expecting this at all. Like we didn't make the arrival to have safety issues or whatever for the pilots. It was supposed to be really straightforward. So it's really not easy to see a crash like this at the very last minute, but that's, as one of you said, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. The meme is out. We're gonna ban the meme, honestly. I cannot believe it. It's really crazy. Really crazy. Yes. Let's see if we can get the pilots. I'm going to check on Discord if they are joining the interviews.
Yeah, and we had a very interesting task today. So we flew 220 kilometers across Slovenia, we flew across Italy, we flew across Austria, and at the end we ended here at the flatlands in Italy. So we had a great day, a lot of not that much different decisions, I would say, as I expected, but a few important ones.
Oh yeah, yes. A few important decisions. Honestly, it was very intense. Honestly, even for us to follow, we were not expecting such a crazy end of the race. I think we should have a look quickly at the trailer. Sorry again from China, if you are just joining us for the end of the race. And then in 1 or 2 minutes after the trailer, we will get back together, and hopefully one of them will be connected with us to get the first interview from the podium to react to this race. Let's watch once again the trailer of Beijing in China, where we will race next time. Coming up in a second for you, Beijing, because we are setting a And we are back in live with our new world champion with a very nice polo. Good evening, Maciej.
Hi, Antoine.
How
Hello.
are you?
I still don't believe that what happened. It was it's great, but very unfortunate to Sean. I don't know what happened on the finish. But it was a very close finish.
Yeah, it was close finish. I was about to ask you actually the question, like, do you know if he had hit a power line or if he had had a flutter issue or something like this?
Okay, so we were he overtook me, and we were, I think both of us, we were going towards a gap between buildings to kind of push the hardest as possible. And there was a power line, quite small one of those, not the big pylons, but small power line. And I think he hit the power lines, and crashed with it, and his wing got severed in that accident. So yeah, just a bit too hard of a push. And quite frankly, I was going to push after him to just stick it to the ground and use ground effect to get the best glide on the final. When I saw that, I just pulled up, and then there was nobody behind me, so it was a safe finish.
Thank you, Maciej. Sorry for my camera that is disappearing in and out. So Maciej, you decided to attack between turn point 3 and turn point 4. You were slightly behind, but you made it. You really attacked lower than the others, and at the end, it really paid off. So why did you take this decision at this time? For you, it was the only option to win?
So there were two things. That one thing was the only option. That's how I judged it. But also, when I was analyzing the flight before we started, I saw the weather zone was, which clearly would mean that in that area of turn point, second to last turn point, we will have some cloud streets. So when we started descending from the mountains, from around 2,500 meters, I realized that if I arrive at that area somewhere in between the cloud base and the ground, somewhere in the middle, I should be fine till the end.
Yeah.
And that's what I executed when I saw those cloud streets towards the finish. I decided not to pull up, but just think positive, flaps negative, and just keep going.
Nice mentality. Nice mentality. What's your background in gliding, Maciej, so that the people know you a little bit more?
Sure. So I'm a glider pilot in real life as well. I've started when I was 16. Right now, because I live in the UK, so I'm a member of the gliding center at Husbands Bosworth. I've got an FAI badge, silver with 2 diamonds, 300 and 500 kilometer, and I'm still hunting for my height gain of 5,000 meters.
Okay.
And I own an ASW20, which I fly. Yeah.
Where do you fly?
In England. Yeah.
Okay. You can come if you want. We have a Sailplane Grand Prix in La Cham in May, I think, and I'll probably be there for a few days. So if you are around, with pleasure, we can meet there.
I'm sure that's something, La Cham is around 2 hours drive from where I am. So,
Cool.
And I believe we will have some competitors from our club competing in the Sailplane Grand Prix. So, yeah.
Great. Awesome. We'll have a world champion in La Cham then, and we'll probably do an interview there as well. It's great. Ben, do you have a question for Maciej?
Well, you did a very nice day. So congrats first. I wanted to know, when did you started condor flying?
So Condor was, for me, it was on and off. I didn't really have time with Condor 2. The first time I played Condor was in 2009, and you can still find some of my first flights in Condor 1 back then. Then there was a big gap, and I restarted my Condor flying in 2022. No, sorry, 24. Yeah, 2 years ago, just before Condor 3 came out.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, congrats on the win today. It was a very nice final decision and a very thrilling part towards the end. So now you can be the third champion of this virtual Sailplane Grand Prix.
From the third to the first, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Maciej, and we will see you then in a few months in La Cham. And congratulations again for this world title. You are the third FAI World Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix world champion. Well done.
Thank you very much, Antoine. Thank you very much, Ben. It's great. Thank you. And I'll see you in La Cham.
With pleasure. Thanks.
Have a nice evening.
You too, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll have, I think, Sean. We'll have Davis Chapins, I think, with us in a few seconds. Let me see where we are. I'm sorry for the problem with my camera right now. And thank you, David Redman, with us, number 2 today, this world champion. David, you must be very happy with your performance tonight. Hear you. Maybe you are muted. Check if you're muted. Or
can you hear me now?
yes, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was great. I loved it. Enjoyed every minute, and I feel a bit sad for Sean, but yeah, it was a great race.
You fought all week to qualify, David. Today
Yeah.
it all came down to basically 1 hour. Do you like the pressure of this winner takes all format, or is it really brutal to lose it all on final day? For you, is it a good opportunity, or do you prefer the old format?
No, I think this is great. I'm easy either way. This was great. Like, it's really good to watch. I should imagine, whereas everything's the pressure on that last race. So, it's do or die. It's pretty. It's either way. It's you got to try different things and experiment, which is what you're doing. And it's a good show, and I really enjoyed that race. It was really tactical. it had a bit of everything in it, and yeah, it was so much fun, and flying with these guys, and so close there with Davis in the end, and we had a great time. Well, a lot of fun.
I think all the Aussie people are very proud of you, very happy for you as well. And
Yeah, thanks.
yeah, thanks a lot as well for joining us, because those races are late in Europe, but they are very early for you. What time was that for you during the those races?
Well, I got up at 3:30 this morning, and then looked at the briefing about 4 a.m. and now it's about 7:15 and nearly time for breakfast.
Time for coffee and breakfast.
Yeah. But that's okay. It's part of it, and I enjoy it. You know, it's really good just to do that and fly with you guys, and really enjoy it.
And Ben, do you have a question for Dave in particular? You know him for some years, I think.
Yeah, David, congrats on your flight
you,
today. Very well done. Yeah, nice to see you here once again.
Yeah, you're not on there, Ben, but you should be. We like to have you up there as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I like flying with you guys as well, but time is rare, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, how do you feel about your sleep once again the next morning? Now
it's okay. You recover eventually. It's all good.
Yes, that's fine. And what about, I wanted to ask, the decision to go to Bobec again? I think it came from you, you know, like going from the second turn point the way back towards Bobec. What do you thought at this point of the race?
Yeah, I was just watching the clouds and what was working, and it looked to be good that way. And I thought, well, you know, you got to take a few chances. But I just thought the clouds lined up on those ridges, and I thought, no, it's just you just get that feeling, you know, you just go, you see and you go.
And did you see Son Churchill moving over to the north at the lake part?
Yeah.
What do you thought there?
I wasn't worried. I was sticking to my plan, and I seen him move that way, and I thought, oh, that's okay. That could be good, but mine could be better. So you just gotta try things, you know. And I thought either way it was okay, you know. So, but I was happy with the way we went, and it looked good. And as it turns out, it was pretty good in the end. So it's good. But no, it's great. It was great flying. I just totally enjoy it. Can't get enough.
We enjoyed it as well. That was very fun today.
Yeah, absolutely. So
some question for you, David. For our viewers, can you tell us more about your background in gliding? When did you started flying Condor? And basically, do you fly in real life?
I started Condor. Well, gee, it'd been nearly 20 years now. Thereabouts. Because I used to do fly hang gliding before that. Never flew sailplanes as such, but I was hang gliding for 10 years around Australia and overseas. So that was a lot of fun. Since then, when 20 years ago, life gets in the way a little bit, and started a family, you know, and you know, all these things, and raise the kids. It haven't always got the time to go and do these other fun things, you know. So, and that kept you pretty busy with, you know, house renovations and all that stuff, the usual stuff, you know. And so Condor is a way of, you know, fulfilling that desire to keep flying for me anyway, and it does that, and it's really good. Enjoy it.
Awesome. Do you live in Western or Eastern Australia, Dave?
Eastern Australia, and up near Brisbane. Everyone probably knows Brisbane in Queensland. It's quite nice weather here at the moment. We went to the beach yesterday. It was really enjoyable. Probably pretty cold over there where you are, but
it's summertime in Australia for sure. I was about to make some advertising for the Sailplane Grand Prix in Beverly 2027, February 2027, but it's on the other side of Australia, so I don't know if you'll be there, but I shouldn't be there. I don't think I'm gonna be there and I'll be there to join you, so or to meet. So.
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's no worries.
You never know. You know,
No, you never know.
Time.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that'd be good anyway if that could happen.
Well, thank you so much, David. Well done once again. This world champion. That's a good position.
No, I'm very happy with that. Very, very pleased. Yeah, I did the best I could, and then Davis it could have went either way there at the end between Davis and myself. So and we're both fine either way. It was just fun. I was just so glad we didn't bump into each other. Oh, that's so much fun.
It was worth it to wake up this early and just now time to enjoy the breakfast, the coffee, get some rest, and have a wonderful day, David.
Okay, thank you. Beauty, thanks. Bye-bye.
See you, goodbye.
Thanks.
Very great to see the pilots all around the world. That's so crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's super nice when you do the interviews like this. It's really awesome. Awesome.
So cool.
Do we have Davis Chapins with us from the USA? Not yet. Not yet. Let's see if he's able to get connected or not. He said he's in, and yeah, I have information from Sean Churchill. He said that he did eat the crappy power lines, and he said congratulations to Maciej, world champion, and everyone is saying yeah, congrats. Sorry for Sean. Amazing days, amazing pilots. Thanks all. So thanks to the pilots for their kind words. Is Sean with us? David, sorry, is Davis Chapins with us? Still not. Davis, if you're around, if you can hear us, please connect again. He said stream ID is already in this. Okay. How to say that?
If he's not ready yet, maybe we can have a look at the 2D view once again, if that's possible.
Yes, let's do that quickly.
So we can have a look at the lines once again, where the pilots flew this day. Okay.
Davis is right here apparently with us. Let's.
Hello, that sounds great.
We can hear you so far, but no camera for now. Camera is coming. Wait a second. Well, we have you here. Fun. It's good to see you, Davis.
Hey, great.
Welcome in the studio with Ben and I. It's great to have you. Congratulations for this podium. It's a great way to end this series.
Yeah, it was an exciting race for sure, especially there towards the end, but also every step of the way in the middle and the beginning too.
Ben, do you have a question already for Davis with us?
As you said, it was in the beginning. I wanted to ask for you, what was you crossed the starting line in 2 different packs, and what was your decision at the very first of the race?
Well, the beginning had that little ridge going up, so I thought I'll try the small one and move to the big one if it doesn't work. If I go to the big one, I might get stuck low and have to go and adjust or even get blocked. So I try to fly giving as many options as possible so that I can adjust and not fall too far behind.
Yeah, that's great. And in the middle part, what was the interesting part right there?
Well, it was an interesting route choice because there was like 5 different ways to go. And in the 20 minutes that I planned out to try to figure out which way was best, I couldn't figure out which way was best at all. So, and then unfortunately at that cloud, I was at the top and had to leave first. So I just decided to do the one I thought originally instead of try to make too many adjustments and perfect it and whatnot.
Right. Well, Davis, you're very experimented in the US. You do a lot of things. Can you tell us more about your gliding experience? Do you fly in real life? And for how long have you been flying on Condor as
Sure.
well?
I've been flying Condor probably since the beginning, actually, before I flew real gliders, maybe 15 years ago. And then I flew hang gliders for a bit, maybe 5 or 6 years. And then about 10 years ago, I started flying gliders and then took a break in the middle and started reflying gliders. And I currently fly out of Arizona, and I own a SW27. And I also own a 2-year-old as well. So that's taken up the time where gliding would have been, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can understand that for sure. And are you doing some competitions in real life with your 27 or not?
The 2 weeks it takes cuts into my vacation and family and all that stuff. So if it takes 2 weeks to do a gliding contest, I'd rather go to Europe on vacation or something.
Oh yeah, I understand that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Overall, what did you think about this format? I mean, you were, I think, top 4 or top 5 before this race in the overall ranking after 5 races, right, Davis?
Yep.
So,
well, at first I didn't like it because I thought, hey, gliding is a numbers game. Why should you determine the winner at the end?
Yeah.
But as I thought more about it, I think it's more exciting. It's pretty cool because you go up into the end and you say, any of these people could win, because so make the decisions that you would to win this race, and then you win. So I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's difficult to have cut-off races like this. I think it's a lot of pressure for the pilots. I think maybe we should ask Vitold later on if he has felt this much pressure before in other contests. And he has flown so well for this entire week, let's say, of racing before, and resetting the scores, going back to 0. Is it difficult or not to accept? And then, are you in a good position to score and to win on the last day, or are you a lot under pressure because you performed so well before? You see what I mean?
And it's kind of like the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. It doesn't matter on the qualifying rounds where you placed or your cumulative score. If you win the last race, you win the gold medal. So I think that's pretty cool. And you can really only do that with Condor, because in real life there's too much variability that could affect all that going in. But I think it's a neat format. I like it.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Davis. What time is it for you right now?
It's 2:30 in the afternoon, so right in the middle of the day.
That's cool for you. That was cool.
Yep.
Perfect. Great. Well, thank you so much for having joined us, Davis. Congratulations again, and we'll talk to you soon for sure for other projects. Thank you. Well done again.
Goodbye.
Well, Ben.
Very good day.
It was a crazy day for us, and it's time to conclude the day. First of all, I want to thank you for joining us for this last race and to comment this race with us, because you are the first virtual Sailplane Grand Prix World Champion, the first ever ER Sports champion, official champion. So it's really amazing to have you. I wanted to ask you more questions about your life and if you're going to have more time soon to play Condor or not. But from what I understood, time is limited. So can you tell us very quickly if you're going to race maybe for the next virtual Sailplane Grand Prix or not?
Well, I don't think so. Life is okay like it is right now. Sometimes I miss virtual gliding. Sometimes I miss real life gliding. But I'm more into cycling races right now. So
which
okay
is good as well.
Which is good as well. Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that for sure. And you're welcome anytime at any Sailplane Grand Prix event in real life as well. Even if you just want to have a beer there, it's all good for all of us. I want to thank Mark Thiel for the task that we've had. Amazing races every day. I want to thank Michel for the landscape of China and for the landscape of Slovenia and the people of Condor as well. I would like to thank Sebastian, who's done all the server stuff and the behind the scene, with Jean-David and Timothée doing the broadcasting with us. It was great to work with all of you guys for those past weeks. It's a lot of work every time. And stay tuned with us. In 15 to 20 days, we have a race in China, and we're going to announce the 4th FAI Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix. The series is going to continue, so we are very happy about it, and you will see what is going to be the format. We will probably revert to a kind of the same qualifiers as we had before, but it will depend as well on the IOC and if it's progressing on the esports Olympics. So thank you all for having joined us online, and we see you very soon. Follow us, follow all the channels, and stay connected with us for the next race. Thank you so much, Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Antoine, as well, and keep it up.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. Ciao.
Ciao.